Australian law be changed to their Sharia law.
It's inevitable. Whether you like it or not, it is inevitable.
Wants Islamic law to rule Australia. Until recently, Australia Conlon has hidden behind a website. But last night he came out to air his radical views in a public debate. Moderate Muslim leaders describe him as a misguided radical with very few followers. But David Eccleston reports no one knows how to silence the man raised as a Catholic who now supports terrorists and preaches the most radical form of Islam.
Australia now is more than ever in a state of crisis. We will lead Australia into a golden age, inshallah.
I think it's actually sedition. It's speaking out against Australia. It's talking about an overthrow of Australia, and he doesn't care how he gets it.
I'm simply a messenger who's calling what is Islam, I'm calling a spade a spade.
The very freedoms we enjoy in Australia are under attack. In a small hall in Western Sydney, preaching to a handful of followers, one man and his radical plans for the country.
That Sharia is a far supreme system than democracy or any other system, any other evil system. The alternative governing system of Islam.
Ibrahim Sadiq Conlon is the founder and self-appointed leader of Muslim extremist party Sharia for Australia. The many faces of South Australian-born Catholic Shannon Conlon, a man who supports the work of convicted terrorist Abu Bakr Bashir. Now this Islamic fundamentalist wants to gather his believers and march to Capitol Hill.
We don't call for stoning nor cutting off hands. We're calling about the real possibilities, the benefits of Sharia in light of Australia's spiritual, social, environmental crises.
But what he does call for is world domination.
Our duty indeed as Muslims is to raise the banner of Tawheed.
Julia Gillard would be removed, Ibrahim would rule the land, and the fabric of democracy would be dismantled. In its place, Muslim Sharia law, an extreme credo where women have few rights. Consumption of alcohol is banned, as is non-halal foods, and all laws are implemented by religious zealots. Australia would become a Muslim nation.
It's inevitable. Whether you like it or not, it is inevitable.
What was inevitable was Ibrahim and his un-Australian views on democracy infuriating most Australians. But Ibrahim has even angered his fellow Muslim brothers.
The vast majority of Muslims are very, very upset that this debate is being raised like this.
Islamic Friendship Association of Australia's Kazar Trad is quick to distance himself and other Australian Muslims from the rants of one man.
I would say to him that he certainly would not want a government modelled on any of the Gulf states. He would not want a government modelled on Afghanistan. At the moment, there is no model in the world of a Muslim state. And the Australian system is really the best democracy in the world at the moment.
I'm just trying to stand up for Australians who are scared.
What is its judging criteria?
At a public gathering, former soldier Jack Sadie felt it was his duty to single-handedly take on the radical.
I fear for the country, and I think the country's safety is more important than my own.
I think this bloke's a bit of a rat bag, and I don't take him too seriously. I don't think most Muslims would take him seriously either.
Melbourne radio commentator Neil Mitchell says if we're entitled to our 15 minutes of fame, Ibrahim's had his, destined to be lost amongst the millions of public ravings on YouTube.
I'm quite sure the security agencies will be watching him and people like him, but I don't think that he's going to get much support. It's just too far out there.
But Ibrahim says the Islamic cells like his are gaining momentum around the world.
And we are working in unity with Sharia for Belgium, Sharia for UK, Sharia for Pakistan, Sharia for other movements.
It is extremism. We don't want it, and nor will it get any support.
So I have a right to be here, and no one can tell me to go home.
But now to a very different face of Australia. It's on display in